Hi, my name is Lindsay, and this is my game pitch for Recruiter Day. Upon completing this game, recruiting assistants will be able to identify qualified candidates and know the job duties of clinical roles. First, let's take a look at who our learners are going to be. Our target audience is recruiting assistants. They're often career changers or new college graduates lacking clinical background, and this role is open to professionals with unrelated backgrounds, so training them on these clinical roles is very important. The technologies our learners will be using are workplace-provided laptops and desktops. The framework for this game is going to be Myers Principles of Game Design. The aspects that I'd like to call out are the modality principle. In the final version of this game, the plan is to have both recruiter and candidate parts be fully voiced. Additionally, the personalization principle comes into play. We want to recreate realistic conversations that candidates or recruiters are having and cut through the job description ease and over-formal language that sometimes occurs when you're discussing interviews and recruiting. Lastly, I want to use the coaching principle to create an advisor that will talk the player through the process and give them information and resources as they go. This game is going to be a branching game where the learners will practice one of two things. Either selecting candidates based on a job description and choosing which resume to call. This will be followed by a section of having a conversation with the candidate that they have called based off of that resume. The second part would be practice taking incoming calls, where a candidate is calling in and looking for something particular in their job search. It would be point-based, where learners' choices earn or lose them points, and I would like in the full game to create a license lookup function to figure out those conversations that you need to have when a clinical candidate's license isn't valid any longer. On the screen, we see an example of the gameplay. Here are two resumes the learner would be presented with to call for a job that they're looking to fill, and each of these will lead to a branched conversation scenario with that individual candidate. Points can be gained or lost based on the selections that the learners make. On the screen, we see another example of gameplay, where the learner is asked to choose between a practical nurse and a registered nurse for a particular role, followed by a branching conversation tree that will follow after selecting either candidate. On this page, we see another example of gameplay. Here we have a candidate that has called in and sent us their resume, and we're going to have a conversation with them regarding roles that not only they're qualified for, but want based on their specifications like schedule, in-person or remote, and what they as a candidate want. The prototype for this game is going to be created in Twitch due to the fact it is browser-based, easy to use, great for creating branching scenarios, and the interface is really easy to customize to create a unique visual appearance. I will be creating a minimum of one branch, although I do hope to create this into a fully fledged game with voice acting in it. Thank you, and I look forward to sharing this game not only with this class, but with my recruiting assistants as well. Thank you.